This 2018 summer anime adaptation of Baki the Grappler manga is awesome and useless. Okay, hear me out. You should definitely watch it. It has stellar animation. If you forget the CGI shenanigans, the use of varied environments and martial arts make for unexpected and riveting fight scenes, thanks in part to the directing of Toshiki Hirano. Though there may be nearly no plot, the fighting is the star of the show. But fair warning, this anime is not for the faint of heart. The brutality and gore of each pummeled character is a worthy homage to the manga, unlike the OVA and original first season from Group Tag Studio. Due to the shifting power dynamics within each fight, you don't know who is going to win. The more you watch, the more intense and suspenseful the action gets. But there comes a moment when you realize the fights are all representations of Japanese nationalism in adversity to the outside world. Even the Japanese villain is made to conquer a foreigner who is technically on his side, and for what? Pride? Fugitive of the law pride? If it wasn't enough, some scenes seem to be inspired from real-life events, yet get twisted to put the Japanese character in a good light, whilst demonizing foreigners. If you're wondering what I'm alluding to, check out Count Dante the McMaster stalking Muhammad Ali and blowing up a dojo. Yeah, so that happened. Will this anime pass the Bechdel test? No. There is a female character who keeps morphing, but she hardly counts, and the story suffers for it. If there were more female characters, it will be a less empty world. In fact, having non-fighting characters would have enriched the plot, or made actual plot. It would have been interesting to see the array of female characters' faces, as the male ones are highly stylized. Baki might be the name of the anime, but he is not the main character. He barely shows up, and when he does, it's for romantic relief. This has led to the plot loosely held together by the unnecessary phenomenon of synchronocity, which we quickly forget. Scriptwriter Tatsuhiko Urahata could have pinned it all on the inmates wanting to taste defeat, but they try to be edgy by using a scientific reason for their thirst for blood, and no one expounds on it. We just get exposed to weak characterization where fighters turn into caricatures of pro wrestlers who aren't allowed to die. Just die already! Where the story, if you can even call it that, falls apart is where the fake martial arts appears. I am willing to believe that you can hang on the emergency sprinkler system with your literal fingertips. What? Or fight within a telephone booth, but hypnotism has no place here. Go home. Regardless of the fictional aspect of the story, this breaks the immersion. And I am sure many more moves would break it for professional fighters in the audience, especially considering how we're introduced to the fighters. While they're OP'd, their moves and styles are based in reality. Despite everything, the animation and fight scenes make it worth the watch. The review geek gave the anime 7 out of 10, and I have to agree, though maybe tone it down to 6 out of 10. After all, this is an anime with a mess of who owns what animation rights to which part of the manga. Studio TMS, Double Eagle did their best. I would like to give a special shout out to the animator/artist who made the palms light on the black characters. You are the true MVP.